Let's get this 5 takeaways movie detective started. Our top 5 movie detectives. You ready, Sturdy?
Yes, sir.
I thought this would be a fun one, especially considering I've got my Beekman's World camera angle going. Batman? Yeah. Like, it's anybody's listening to the podcast has no idea what I'm saying, but I love you. I'll take a picture of it when I'm done, so that way I can post it. Like, I'm in my Batman mode.
There you go.
So, top 5 movie detectives. I thought this would be a fun one. Let's kick it around. I'm gonna have you kick us off with your number 5. What's your number 5 movie detective?
Clarice Starling.
Ooh, good one. I contemplated her for my list.
I haven't seen the movie in years, so I'm not gonna pretend like I did. I already told you what I had to look up a list of detectives because I'm the horror guy, as you know. As Mick said, that's my thing. I'm horror, and so I'm like, what movies have I seen? And it just didn't snap at me like this. I had to look it up, and I found a few. But yeah, her. It's my first one.
Very nice. I like it. All right. My number 5 is Brendan from the movie Brick. It was a Rian Johnson film that came out in 2005. And actually, it stars Joseph Gordon-Levitt. It's a film noir set in a high school. So they speak like it's a 40s film noir. It's very stylized, but at the same time, you're watching a high school film unfold where a kid is trying to solve the murder of his ex-girlfriend. And that kid is played by Joseph Gordon-Levitt. His name is Brendan, and that is my detective for my number 5.
Nice.
What is your number 4, sir?
John McClane, Die Hard.
Ooh, solid choice, sir.
So what's funny about Die Hard, people, yes, Sturdy did see that one time. It was because of my other show. Because the other show, we reviewed it for a Christmas episode, and what a ride that was. And it's like, there's certain movies that I am kind of happy that I'm just within the past few years and in the near future watching for the first time. Those gems that people love from back in the day, because especially reviewing them like on the pod and all that, because the conversation is just so freaking fun.
Yeah.
It's that much more fun because you get to see my excitement, and I love it when someone else watches a certain movie that I love and they're watching it for the first time, or that I just really enjoy or whatever, and they're watching it for the first time and then we're talking about it. Oh, it's so fun. I get jealous of that at times.
I will tell you, that's a great choice. I love that. I didn't even think about it. I think my number 4 on the list, just to kind of compare, is Eddie Valiant from Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
I almost put him.
Oh, yeah?
I almost put him.
I think it was a good fit. I like the movie. I like him in it. It's actually funny because I think I've told this story on the show before. I might have, and I don't know if I told you. So if I did, forgive me, but I'm telling it again for anybody who may find out now. The script for Who Framed Roger Rabbit was originally the 3rd script in a long line, in the line of, it was a trilogy. It was called I think it was like the Public Works trilogy or something like that. In the Chinatown, The Two Jakes, and then it would have been the script for Who Framed Roger, which ultimately became Who Framed Roger Rabbit, which dealt with very similar theme in the transit system, the trolley versus, what they're trying to do with the buses, and kind of take over a town and take over a section of town and stuff like that in LA.
Yeah.
So they took the script once The Two Jakes didn't do well, which is a good movie if anybody has checked it out. It's a sequel to Chinatown, very good, directed by Jack Nicholson too. So that it was a pretty good movie, but like if they had done this, like I'm glad they went this way with it, and I think it worked well in Who Framed Roger Rabbit. And I loved Eddie Valiant, a character by Bob Haskins, but essentially he's sort of in a weird way supposed to be JJ Gittes from Chinatown and The Two Jakes. So that's kind of sort of a cool connection, even though I didn't put JJ Gittes on my list. I'm so long-winded. I need to stop being.
That was good though. That was good. I do want, before I tell you my next one, I do want to about that movie. Eddie Murphy that was supposed to originally do that role, or he was offered that role first, right?
I wouldn't, like, if you told me, like, if somebody said that or something, like Eddie Murphy was originally offered the role as like trivia, I would believe it. That was a pretty big vehicle.
I feel like, and I'm not even making this up, I swear I watched something recently with him saying that, and like after the fact he was like, I should have did that role, and I'm just like picturing him in that role because he was like me with a cartoon rat and just the anime. It didn't make sense to him at the time.
I think Eddie Murphy would work well in a Looney Tunes movie.
Oh yes,
I think he could pull it off really well if you just let Eddie Murphy be Eddie Murphy.
You have to let him be Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
So
it'd be interesting for sure.
Yeah. But speaking of Eddie Murphy, Axel Foley.
That's a great one. He missed on my list, but that's your number 3, right? My number 3 is Virgil Tibbs from In the Heat of the Night. So it's played by Sidney Poitier. If you haven't had a chance to check out either one of these movies, Beverly Hills Cop or In the Heat of the Night, you absolutely should. It's fantastic. What's your number 2?
RoboCop.
That's a good one. It's a good one.
I had like, but again, he was on that list, and I even questioned. I was like, "Is he considered a detective?" I was like, "Because I haven't seen the movie in a few years, so I didn't really remember." And you said it qualifies. I'm like, "Okay, I had to put him on here."
It's a solid. It's solid. It's a solid pull. All right, my number 2 on the list. That's where we're at too, right? So Shaft.
I knew you were
John
going to
Shaft. I had to. We talked about it earlier. I freaking love Shaft.
We were talking about Shaft being your dad. I started the conversation. You were just like, "That would be so fucking cool."
That would be cool. That'd be, and it would. I'd kind of understand my proclivity for leather jackets more. So I love it. I'm all about it. I love Shaft. So that's my number 2. Hardcore number 2. I love it. Speeding Through. What's your number 1?
Mike Lowry, Bad Boys.
Mike Lowry, Bad Boys. I like it. I like it. I actually went with a team because you can't solve it without all of them. And that is the team of Mystery Inc. for my number 1. The Scooby team, baby. The Scooby gang. They're my favorite because they're spooky adventures.
I never even thought of that.
I love it.
I was only thinking, and I know they have a live action movie. I was only thinking of live action movies, and the Scooby Doo movie didn't even think about it. But I actually like the cartoons way better than the movies.
In fairness, though, they have 48 movies, and only a few of them, like maybe like 4 or 5 of them, are live action.
Oh,
so
I didn't even know
because a lot of those they made a lot of animated movies that came out straight to video.
I didn't even know that. I just seen a lot. I just remember seeing the cartoon. I probably seen some of the movies, just didn't even. Maybe I don't remember, but that's a good one. I have one honorable mention, and it's Dick Tracy. Carter is because of the name. I mean, Dick and Tracy. Never mind. I remember seeing that movie back in the day as a kid in the early 90s. It came out in 1990, and I have never seen it since. I do want to watch it again, I think.
Yeah, you absolutely should. I think you should.
Popcorn and Pines, watch out because we're gonna have a detective wheel, and Dick Tracy's gonna be on there.
Oh man, I'm gonna start putting that together.
Be happy about this. I already know Shaft is gonna be on there.
Shaft is 100% gonna be on there. If you guys haven't seen it, you're in danger of
too much
on. Shaft happening.
Put them both on.
Which one? What do you mean both? I'm sorry. There's 5 Shaft movies.
Oh, so do a Shaft. Shaft can have its own little thing then.
Yeah, we could do a little Godzilla franchise thing for just Shaft. We could have fun with that. But that's our 5 detectives, and we thank you guys for watching. Let us know what your 5 detectives are. You can let us know in the comments, or you can head over to our Discord. Best way to do that is to join up on our Patreon. That's how you get invited in. You can either join for free, or you can join the paid tiers. Either one will get you into our Discord, get you a part of a lot of perks. Like we have our newsletter, our videos are all in there. We do giveaways. Right now we're doing giveaways. I'm actually pretty excited to announce that. I did not put it up, but I didn't put it up the things, but just so you guys know, and for everybody listening, we are giving away the Beetlejuice popcorn bucket and the Beetlejuice souvenir cup to 2 of our lucky patrons. They're going to each win one of those items. Yeah, it's gonna be exciting, man. I'm super excited. Yeah, so and we're gonna do that on our Halloween show. We'll do that. Oh no, we're doing it on Halloween. We're gonna kick it off right before Sturdy's show. We'll pick the 2 winners. So if you guys want to be invited, you just got to follow over on right here on Patreon.
He's right. And listen, people, the Discord is fun. The Discord is really fun. I'm not even gonna tell you.
Everybody has a great time. We're always doing marathons now.
Yes. Lots of marathons and stuff. You guys are going to want to join it just for that alone. Because sometimes I host them. And you guys know how I am. And this guy up here hosts them. We have a few hosts. And we have a great time in there. You guys are going to want to... Just that alone is fun.
I was in there Saturday morning. I went in there. And I just watched music videos. And or I watched... I did music videos and I think like cartoons or something, or like commercials or something. It was just a lot of fun. And then like before that, like I was sitting in there, I just watched Evil all day. I was watching the TV show Evil, so I just had like a marathon of that. And then I did some movies, and I did Friday the 13th too on Friday the 13th.
Ooh, yes.
So having a good time. So you come into Discord, you come hang out, but you gotta be a part of the Patreon. It's the best way to get joined up. So head over to the Patreon, follow for free, or join one of the paid tiers. Appreciate the support if you do. Thank you. All right, it's gonna be wild. You know what? I think